So a few minutes ago, I was listening to Warren Buffett, okay? And I love listening to personal development, motivational stories, inspirational stories. So one of the things that I took notes, I'm always taking notes pertaining to this type of stuff. That way, I could look back on it, okay? You don't get it right the first time, he says, okay? Don't worry about the things you can't change. Focus on what you can change. Now, I say this a lot because I think at times we have this mindset on focusing on things that we can't change. Sometimes we may try to change people, and you can't change no one, okay? You have the ability to change yourself, but to try to change others, that is a full-time job in itself, and you have no control over what someone else is going to do with their lives, okay? The next thing is the lesson isn't whether you get the greatest business idea in the world, okay? It's not about you getting the test isn't whether you get the greatest business idea in the world. The test is whether you keep learning as you go along. Learn your strength. Learn your strength. And that's what I noticed, right? Like all successful people, they all focus on their success. And we have to also understand whatever you focus on, that's what tends to grow. So if you are focusing on things that you are good at, right? Me, I love doing these inspirational videos. I absolutely love it. I like going to Dollar Tree, doing Dollar Tree hauls. I absolutely love those things. So if you focus on what you are good at, the more you are going to be good at that thing, right? Because that's what you focus on. That's what you enjoy doing. Is a book called Psycho Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And in that book, I forgot the guy name, Matt. In the book, the book was revised. And in there, Matt talks about how he will always focus on him not being in Division One. Like, he was a great wrestler, really, really good. But because he came in number two, okay, he would focus on, like, whenever he succeeded at something, he'd constantly say, oh, yeah, but I ain't become number one. You have to focus on your wins in life. That is how you are going to get better at whatever it is that you do. Focus on the wins. Energy grows where attention goes. I want you to remember that. So wherever all your attention is going, you constantly say, I'm a winner, I'm really great at stock, whatever it is, stock market, whatever, okay? I'm really great at teaching. I'm a great artist. If you focus on what you enjoy doing in life, okay, that is your passion. That is your gift, all right? The next thing is life gets better when you behave yourself, Warren Buffett said. Okay. He also told this phenomenal story about this lady. Okay. This lady named Miss B. This was so inspirational. Okay. Yeah, Miss B. So Miss B in 1917, okay, she had came to the U.S. She couldn't speak English. Her daughter, her little daughter, her oldest daughter, but she was the youngest. Okay, I mean her oldest daughter, but I think she was young. Okay, all right. Her daughter would teach her words. She would teach Miss B words that she learned in school. So that's how Miss B started learning some of the English words. She saved money for 20 years. Okay, Miss B saved money for 20 years. She brought her mother and father and siblings over to the United States. She had 4 children. By 1937, after 20 years of saving, by the way, she saved let me tell you something. 1937, remember, that's during the Great Depression. 1933, Great Depression. Miss B was able to save $2,500, okay, in 1937. All right? So back then, that was a lot of money. She brought her furniture store. She took the money she had and brought her own furniture store. You know what caused Miss B to win? Her determination. She was determined to win. Here it is, this lady who comes to America, 1917, could not read, could not write, okay? She had 4 children. But she was so determined to win that she saved up $2,500 and opened her own furniture store. And it wasn't something, you know, it was a furniture store, but the way she treated her customers, that was the ideal. That was the game changer. Okay. She had a dream and was determined to accomplish it. She sold the business. In 1983, she sold the business to Warren Buffett for $60 million. You know what year that lady retired? 103 years old. So when you say, or when you think that your goals are not achievable, or when you think that you can't be successful, I am here to tell you, you can be successful, but you have to work at it. You have to study. You have to be willing to do something you've never done before. So many people, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to attend the seminars. But the things that you have time for, you are not receiving, and you are not receiving a return on that investment. You invest in your time. Time is something you can't get back. And so if you invest in all this time into watching TV all day, guess what? At the end of the year, you'll be saying, oh my goodness, why is my life going this way? The reason it's going that way, because you invested on your time into something that is not going to give you much back in return. So I want you to understand that it is doable, it is achievable, but you have to work at it. You are not going to become successful by just meditating. You are not going to become successful just by working hard. Because Napoleon Hill said in his book, Think and Grow Rich, working hard, like riches don't come to you just from working hard. Like you also have to have the mindset as well. Okay. You have to have, success is 95% mental. 95% mental. So everything starts off in the mind, okay? If you think you can't, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, if you think you can't, you can't. And you know how you know if you think you can't? This is how you know if you think you can't. You ever went to go do something and then you just, like, you just turn it down? Like, say for instance, you're supposed to make a phone call. You don't make that phone call because you think, oh, well, I'm not going to get it anyway. So you say, what the heck? Why bother? You're right. Why bother? Because you already talked yourself out of it. You have to understand our cells is alive and they can hear. Okay? They do the same exact thing we do. Our cells, cells, they are alive. You ever said that you was going to go back to college and then you say, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Right? You talk yourself out of it because you already believe. I need you guys to get this book. Now, this book, when I became monetized on YouTube, this was the book that I constantly read over and over. Amani, go blow your nose. Why you keep doing it? This is the book that I constantly read over and over and over again. Gosh, I'm trying to find the book. Let me see. But this book I read so many times because It was so good. It's such a good book. It's so good that I'm looking for it. It's one of those books that's so good you gotta look and see where you put it at. I just had it. I think when I was on the train the other day. This book, so good. Oh my goodness. I would read Discovering the Success Mechanism Within You. I would read this. This is how many times I read it, because like when you read something one time, like you don't really, it really don't penetrate your subconscious mind like that. You gotta reread it and reread it and reread it again. And I've read this. Oh my goodness. This book is a really, really good book. Okay?